Direct from 101 Productions, it's time for American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to American Music Weekly. Every week at this time we play the latest musical trends and biggest hits in the USA. And this week in history, in 1787, the U.S. Constitution is signed by delegates at the Philadelphia Convention.
Sector 1. Hits from our featured year, the Hot 100 highest new entry and the birthday file. Sector 2. Tracks from our featured album, the top-selling album in the USA, and much, much more. Sector 3. Hits from our featured year from the other side and the Hall of Fame. Sector 4. The All Hits section including America's #1 song. Sector 1. Hits from our featured year, the Hot 100 highest new entry and the birthday file.
And this week in our featured year of 1968, People Got to Be Free from the Rascals was America's #1 song.
It's 1968.
All the world over so easy to see. People everywhere just wanna be free. Listen, please, listen, that's the way it should be. Peace in the valley, people got to be free. You should see what a lovely, lovely world is to be. Everyone learn to 'cause it's coming right on through. Yeah, yeah.
The Rascals with the number one song this week in our featured year of 1968. People Got to Be Free, and that stayed at number one for 5 weeks. And the highest new entry in this week's Hot 100 is straight in at number 25 from Lil Baby, and it's Detox.
Yo, Nick, pass, make it slack.
I've been on the road, I'm gone. Private jet for me and them brosy. Extra Renzo, pick up clothes. I made a fence to hit my hoes up. Down on what I'm on one. It ain't bad right now, it's the long run. I've been acting way too humble. Graduated the streets with hunters. I cashed out with all blue hunters. I see through that cap shit, cut it out. Way too young and turned to settle down. I build niggas up that let me down. World know I take care of everybody. They can't keep a tab on my whereabouts. Acting like it's smoke, we gon' air 'em out. Turn a nigga crib to a scary house. Roll me up one, tell my chauffeur, pull my car up to the driveway. Wake her up, tell her her ride ready. Gotta get my day going. The majority shit I can't show 'em, but I'm moving like I got 8 on. Tryna get my hands in everything. I like money on cherish fame. I ain't tryna see her, I'm on detox for the next few days. She like me cause I'm G by her Givenchy. Every time you look up, I be doing something else, yeah that's me. I don't do too much, that's P. These hoes so embarrassing. I ain't tryna see her, I'm on detox for the next few days. She like me cause I'm G by her Givenchy. Every time you look up, I be doing something else, yeah that's me. I don't do too much, that's P. These hoes so embarrassing. 1 life, 2 kids, 3 houses, 4 games, 500 for a show, 6 rings, MJ. Some days niggas weak, 8 cars on drive. 9 times out of 10, I'ma be the one to win. Running up a lot of shit, gotta get them for the summer in. They play fake crazy, home bar that you just got turned. Don't start that, I just gotta call it how I call it. All of us still, we don't wanna talk. Keep to the streets, unlocked. So she fuck good, but she tossy. Everybody lit when we pop out. March think we selling narcotics. Staff meetings talking about the artist. Business savvy like I went to college. Black card, gold yard, wallet. Money clean, IRS, then audit me. I still feel like I ain't where I ought to be. Every day I'm working, getting closer. I'm putting 10 on my shoulders. Boss bitch, shit, grown up. I ain't tryna see her, I'm on detox for the next few days. She like me cause I'm G by her Givenchy. Every time you look up, I be doing something else, yeah that's me. I don't do too much, that's P. These hoes so embarrassing. I ain't tryna see her, I'm on detox for the next few days. She like me cause I'm G by her Givenchy. Every time you look up, I be doing something else, yeah that's me. I don't do too much, that's P. These hoes so embarrassing.
The highest new entry in this week's Hot 100, straight in at number 25 from Lil Baby, and that is Detox.
You can email the show at johninstudio101@mail.com or message and phone on 078838545656.
On American Music Weekly, it's time to open the birthday file.
Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? We could float among the stars together, you and I. For we can fly up and away. Find yourself loving me. Find out to hide us moon beside us. Your love is waiting there in my beautiful balloon. Way up in the air in my beautiful balloon.
If you'll hold my hand, we'll chase your dream across the sky.
For we can fly. Up and away, my beautiful
We opened up the birthday file this week and we said happy 83rd birthday to Lamont Macklemore, born in St. Louis in 1939. And he was a member of the Fifth Dimension, and from that band we played Up, Up and Away.
American Music Weekly is available online on apps and on your smart speakers. You can find it on Spreaker.com, on your favorite podcasts including Amazon and Google, and on YouTube and SoundCloud, and on Facebook and Twitter. You can also join the American Music Weekly Facebook page.
Sector 2, Album Time, with tracks from the featured album, the top soundtrack, and this week's number 1 album.
From this week's featured year, it's the American Music Weekly featured album. It's 1968.
Our featured album from the featured year of 1968, the Magical Mystery Tour from the Beatles, and that of course was the title track. And we'll take another track from that album a little later on in today's programme. The top classical album this week from the Piano Guys, the album 10, and the track we played there was You Say and Sonato Pathétique.
Previous editions of American Music Weekly are available on your usual favorite listening platforms.
Celebra, noche de fiesta, todos llegan para gozar. Sigue bailando, contento en mi paraíso y revelando milagros en cada piso. Encanto, encanto, Colombia te quiero tanto, que siempre me enamora tu encanto. Colombia te quiero tanto, que siga bendiciendo tu encanto. Colombia, encanto, encanto, abriendo puertas, va llegando la madrugada, siguen abiertas y el café se cuela en la casa. Canción alegre para que gane el bien sobre el mal. No me despierten, que esto parece un sueño real. Colombia te quiero tanto, que siempre me enamora tu encanto. Colombia te quiero tanto, que siga bendiciendo tu encanto. Colombia, encanto, encanto, Colombia te adoro tanto, tu nombre tiene un encanto. De Bogotá hasta Palenque, me fui con toda la gente. Colombia, tierra tan bella, la madre naturaleza te dio una forma de ser. Colombia stay, my favorite place. Colombia te quiero tanto, que siempre me enamora tu encanto. Colombia te quiero tanto, que siga bendiciendo tu encanto. Y es que de Colombia yo te quiero tanto, que siempre me enamora tu encanto. Colombia te quiero tanto, que siga bendiciendo tu encanto.
From this week's top soundtrack, Encanto, that is me Encanto from Calas Vivas. And the top jazz album this week comes from Frank Sinatra, the ultimate Sinatra, and this is Chicago.
Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I will show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday couldn't shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things they don't do on Broadway. They have the time of their life. I saw a man, he danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago, my hometown. Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things that they never do on Broadway. Say, they have time of their life. I saw a man and he danced with his wife in Chicago. Chicago, Chicago, that's my hometown.
John Gatins plays the biggest songs from the USA on American Music Weekly. From this week's featured year, it's the American Music Weekly featured album. It's 1968.
Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's no way you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need. Love is 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 all you need. Yes, it can. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
From this week's featured album, the top-selling album in our featured year of 1968, that is The Magical Mystery Tour from the Beatles, and that track, of course, All You Need Is Love, and it was released as a single as well, and it reached number 1 in the US and also the UK.
The American Music Weekly #1 album.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ay. Quizás yo vuelva con mi ex y no te vuelva a ver. Quizás no te importa, quizás te va a doler. Esto es un ratito, mami, no te acostumbres, que la hay algo que lo interrumpe. Esto es un ratito, mami, no te acostumbres, que el amor es muy bonito, pero siempre hay algo que lo interrumpe. A mí que yo nací pa' estar solo, no hay una loca pa' este loco. El tiempo se va y queda poco. Baby, vamos a hacerlo otra vez, chingalo otra vez, porque mañana quizás no voy a estar. La luz se puso roja, hay que pararlo. Si quieres nos bajamos y podemos perrear. Baby, esto no fue normal. Con cualquiera no me acuesto, cualquiera no le meto, ni le cuento mis secretos. Me pongo feliz cuando llegan tus textos, porque con cualquiera no me acuesto, cualquiera no le meto, ni le cuento mis secretos. Me pongo feliz cuando llegan tus textos, o cuando en cuatro te lo meto, ay, y te moja toda. Contigo me voy a toda, ay. Espero que la hayas pasado bien, en verdad tú eres bien, pero mi vida es complicada, tú no vas a entender. Un poco inestable como puedes ver. Mami, fue rico conocerte, pero no sé si vuelvo a verte. Esto es un ratito, mami, no te acostumbres, que el amor es muy bonito, pero siempre hay algo que lo interrumpe. Pa' mí que yo nací pa' estar solo.
This week's number one album from Bad Bunny, Un Verano Sin Ti, and that track was Un Ratito.
The biggest hits and the latest music trends from the USA every week on American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
Sector 3. Hits from our featured year from the other side and the Hall of Fame.
This song was a number one in our featured year. It's 1968.
See the tree, how big it's grown, but friend, it hasn't been too long, it wasn't big. I laughed at her and she got mad. The first day that she planted it was just a twig. Then the first snow came and she ran out to brush the snow away so it wouldn't die. Came running in, all excited, slipped and almost hurt herself, and I laughed till I cried. She was always young at heart, kinda dumb and kinda smart, and I loved her so. And I surprised her with a puppy, kept me up all Christmas Eve 2 years ago. And it would sure embarrass her when I came in from working late, 'cause I would know that she'd been sitting there and crying over some sad and silly late show. And honey, I miss you, and I'm being good, and I'd love to be with you if only I could. She wrecked the car and she was sad and so afraid that I'd be mad, but what the heck? Though I pretended hard to be, guess you could say she saw through me and hugged my neck. I came home unexpectedly and caught her crying needlessly in the middle of the day. And it was in the early spring when flowers bloom and robins sing, she went away. And honey, I miss you, and I'm being good, and I'd love to be with you if only I could. One day while I was not at home, while she was there and all alone, the angels came. Now all I have is memories of honey, and I wake up nights and call her name. Now my life's an empty stage where honey lived and honey played and love grew up. And a small cloud passes overhead and cries down on the flower bed that honey loved. And see the tree, how big it's grown, but friend, it hasn't been too long, it wasn't big. And I laughed at her and she got mad. The first day that she planted it was just a twig.
A number one from a featured year of 1968, Honey from Bobby Goldsboro, and that stayed at number one for 5 weeks.
The American Music Weekly Hot Trending Song is powered by Twitter.
내 뒷모습만 봐도 알잖아 어두워질 때 분홍빛이 나 새하얀 조명이 날 깨우면 번쩍번쩍 세상을 흔들어 hey! 머리를 하얗게 피운 채 시끄러운 감정을 태울래 벌벌벌 그때 난 네 갈증을 해소할 샴페인 셉셉 나를 들이켜 그래도 저 높이 내 발이 받들어 Want you to ring the alarm 세상에게 알려 내 이름에다 입 맞춰 Say la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Call me la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Oh, 있잖아 attitude, 뭐 터져라고, the lightest in the room. Just say la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Call me la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Oh, 있잖아 attitude, 뭐 터져라고, the lightest in the room. Baby, get the microphone, put it on speaker. I can't hear you, so you need to speak up. Put that shit on stereo, everyone else on very low, protecting like a barrier. Promise there's nothing scarier than me. If anybody coming for my man, gotta catch a case, gonna bring my hand, bam bam bam. Hit after hit, the rocks in my wrist, so I call them the Flintstones. Ring the alarm, 세상에게 알려 내 이름에다 입 맞춰. Say la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Call me la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Oh. 있잖아 attitude 뭐 터져라고 the lightest in the room Just say la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Call me la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Oh, 있잖아 attitude 뭐 터져라고 the lightest in the room 누구와 또 비교 못해 그래봤자 you can still love me You need some LA, LISA 지금 너의 두 눈앞에 서있는 내 이름을 기억해 Love you some LA, LISA You gonna see me 어떻게 하는지 나 보여줘도 태국에서 한국 거쳐 여기까지 when but the throat Being the greatest of all time in fantasy 새까만 비그빛 왕관 belongs to we 랄리사 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 하늘 위 당당해 랄리사 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 저들은 날 원해 랄리사 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 catch me if you can 랄리사 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 Say la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Call me la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Oh, 있잖아 attitude 뭐 터져라고 the lightest in the room Just say la, listen, love me, la, listen, love me, hey. Call me la, listen, love
That's this week's hot trending song powered by Twitter. La Lisa from Lisa.
From the other side on American Music Weekly, an American artist with a number one in the UK in our featured year. It's 1968.
Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. With all the charms of a woman, you kept the secret of your youth. You led me to believe you're old enough to give me love, and now it hurts to know the truth. Oh, young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. Beneath your perfume and makeup, you're just a baby in disguise. And though you know that it's wrong to be alone with me, that come on look is in your eyes. Oh, young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. So hurry home to your mama. I'm sure she wonders where you are. Get out of here before I have the time to change my mind, 'cause I'm afraid we'll go too far. Oh, young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. Young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young.
From the other side, an American artist with a number one in the UK in our featured year of 1968. That was Gary Puckett and the Union Gap with Young Girl. And that stayed at number one for 4 weeks.
This is American Music Weekly with John Gatons.
On American Music Weekly, it's time to enter the Hall of Fame.
Knows that
In the Hall of Fame, we have reached the letter Z or Z, and we found ZZ Top with Legs, and that comes from 1984.
This song was a number one in our featured year. It's 1968.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulder. For well you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, don't let me down. You have found her, now go and get her. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. And don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you do. The movement you need is on your shoulder. Na 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 na, yeah. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better, 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 make it
The Beatles with the top-selling song from our featured year of 1968. Stayed at number 1 for 9 weeks. Of course, it's Hey Jude. And coming up in Sector 4 of today's programme, we've got all the top-selling songs, including America's number 1.
You're listening to American Music Weekly with John Gatins.
Sector 4. The All Hits section including America's number 1 song.
How can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I become so numb without a soul. My spirit sleeping somewhere cold until you
This week's top rock song from Evanescence featuring Paul McCoy, and that is Bring Me to Life. And the top Latin song this week comes from Romeo Santos and Justin Timberlake, Sin Fin.
You already know this love is all yours, baby, so take it. We've been here before, it's strong enough to save us. Oh, baby. Lo que tenga que hacer por nosotros, haré lo que pidas. Dispuesto a humillarme por ti, toco fondo en mi vida. Escucha. Can't avoid it, can't escape my love, 'cause it's yours. Even if you walk out the door, it'll chase you, love. Ni me queda sudor, agotado, agitado, sin voz. Es la muestra que yo por tu amor he luchado con vigor. You already know this love is all yours, baby, so take it. We've been here before, it's strong enough to save us. Oh, baby. Dios me dio este corazón y su prioridad es latir por ti. If it takes my life, it's fine, I'll gladly go to war. Te voy a seguir amando sin fin. Dance. Turn the lights on. ¿Qué más hago? Es mi posición, I am yours. Si me dejas por un error, that would drive me crazy. Yo te amo siempre, tú eres mi reina, mi luz. Mami, te canto mi canción. Si tú me dejas, muero de dolor. You already know this love is all yours, baby, so take it. We've been here before, it's strong enough to save us. Oh, baby. Dios me dio este corazón y su prioridad es latir por ti. If it takes my life, it's fine, I'll gladly go to war. Te voy a seguir amando sin fin. Dice la gente, jamás te arrepentirás de ser valiente. Te protejo sin temor eternamente. Lo vuelvo a decir, que moría por ti. You already know this love is all yours, baby, so take it. We've been here before, it's strong enough to save us. Oh, baby. Dios me dio este corazón y su prioridad es latir por ti. If it takes my life, it's fine, I'll gladly go to war. Te voy a seguir amando sin fin. Dance. I can't do it like we do it. Two kings.
This week's top Latin song from Romeo Santos and Justin Timberlake, Sin Fin.
John Gatons plays the biggest songs from the USA on American Music Weekly.
It's bad bitch o'clock, yeah, it's thick 30. I've been through a lot, but I'm still flirty. Is everybody back up in the building? It's been a minute, tell me how you're healing. Cause I'm about to get into my feelings. How you feeling? How you feel right now? Oh, I've been so down and under pressure. I'm way too fine to be distressed, yeah. Oh, I'm not the girl I was or used to be. Bitch, I might be better.
I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fabulous. Cause I give a way too much. I'ma need like 2 shots in my cup. Wanna get up, wanna get down. That's how I feel right now. Oh, I've been so down and under pressure. I'm way too fine to be distressed, yeah. I might be ill. Turn up the music, turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright, okay, alright. It's about damn time. Turn up the music, let's celebrate. I got a feeling I'm gonna be okay, alright. It's about damn time. Cause you know what time it is. I'm coming out tonight. 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 Okay. Alright. It's about damn time. I'm coming out tonight. 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 Okay. Alright. It's about damn time. Bitch. Yeah. It's about damn time.
This week's top R&B song from Lizzo, About Damn Time, and the top country song this week comes from Hardy, featuring Lainey Wilson, and this is Wait in the Truck.
I got turned around in some little town I'd never been to before, working my way through a middle of June midnight thunderstorm. There was something in the headlights that stopped me on a dime. Well, she was scared to death, so I said, climb in, and then she climbed. Oh, she was bruised and broke from head to toe, with a tear in her blood-stained shirt. She didn't tell the whole truth, but she didn't have to. I knew what had happened to her. I didn't load her down with questions. That girl had been through enough. I just threw it in drive, looked in those eyes, and asked her where he was.
I don't know if he's an angel, 'cause angels don't do what he did. He was hell-bent to find a man behind all the whiskey scars I hid. I never thought my day of justice would come from a judge under a seat, but I knew right then I'd never get hit again when he said to me,
wait in the truck, just wait in the truck. Well, I knocked and knocked and no one came, so I kicked in his double-wide door. I let the hammer drop before he got to that 12 he was reaching for. I didn't try to hide my pistol, I didn't even try to run. I just sat on the porch smoking one of his cigarettes and waited for the cops to come.
I don't know if he's an angel, 'cause angels don't do what he did. He was hell-bent to find a man behind all the whiskey scars I hid. I never thought my day of justice would come from a judge under a seat, but I knew right then I'd never get hit again when he said to me,
wait in the truck, just wait in the truck. Whoa, have mercy on me, Lord. still comes to see me from time to time. It was worth the price to see a brighter side of the girl I picked up that night. And I might be here forever. It ain't paradise, that's true, but it's a whole hell of a lot better than the place I sent him to. Yeah.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy.
Wait in the truck. Just wait in the truck.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy.
Wait in the truck. Just wait in the truck.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy on me. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy.
Wait in the truck. Just wait in the truck.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy.
Wait in the truck. Just wait in the truck.
And until next week, when we open the American Music Weekly, As It Was from Harry Styles is still America's #1 song.
American Music Weekly plays America's #1 song.
Come on, Harry, we want to say goodnight to you.
Holding me back, gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we leave it at that? Nothing to say, and everything gets in the way. Seems you cannot be replaced, and I'm the one who'll stay. Oh, in this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was. You know it's not the same. Answer the phone. Harry, you're no good alone. Why are you sitting at home on the floor? What kind of pills are you on? Ringing the bell, and nobody's coming to help. Your daddy lives by himself. He just wants to know that you're well. Oh, in this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was. You know it's not the same. Going home, getting headlines, feet in the net. I don't wanna talk about the way that it was. Leave America, 2 kids follow her. I don't wanna talk about us doing it first. As it was. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was.
American Music Weekly is brought to you by 101 Productions.